All right, guys, so this is the 2022 F-150 Lariat. It looks almost exactly like the 2021 did, which is, you know, that's fine because the 2021 was a brand new generation of the F-150, but Ford has made some small changes. So in this video, I guess I'm going to be reviewing the F-150 again and going over those small changes. Now, on the outside, this F-150 is finished in Star White Metallic, which I actually really like this paint color. I'm not a huge fan of like flat white colors on trucks, but with the metallic flakes, this looks really good. Of course, you have a bunch of chrome on the grille, on the wheels, on the door handles, and on the mirrors. Now, these are 20-inch rims. They look really, really good. Of course, this is the Lariat, so you have the F-150 Lariat badge on the side. All right, now as for the tires on this F-150, these are 275/60 R20 all the way around. Of course, you have this side step right here with the Ford badge on it. This one is equipped with the FX4 off-road package, which gives this F-150 unique tuning for the shock absorbers. Now, this F-150 has the bed utility package, which means it gets a power tailgate, the tailgate step, box link, and LED box lighting. Now, of course, the tailgate coming down electronically isn't the most unheard of thing on the planet. Now, back here in the bed, of course, you have those little hooks right here. Those are for the box link and the accessories that can go in the bed of the F-150. Right here you have that LED lighting I was talking about. The side step right here, which we've seen before on F-150s. But the interesting thing is if you lift it up just a bit and let go, the F-150 will lift the tailgate back up for you. Now, you have your trailer connections down here for power, and then your hitch right there as well. Chrome bumper, LED taillights back here look really good as well. Now, as for the interior of this vehicle, this is where more of the changes are. Now, in here, this is finished in the Baja Tan interior. It has the Bang & Olufsen sound system. This is not the Unleashed, it's just the upgraded Bang & Olufsen. As for soft touch materials, you have soft touch on the door right here, soft touch on the armrest, automatic passenger and driver windows with seat memory. You get 3 memory options right there. Now, hopping in, this is a pretty familiar interior for the F-150. You have a large screen here running Sync 4, and of course your digital gauge cluster. Now you go ahead and start the car. You get a nice graphic right there. It's built tough. And turn this all the way down so we don't get demonetized for it. Now, of course, F-150 Lariat comes with the heated and cooled seats. This, of course, is Ford's little gimmick that they've added to the F-150. It's actually pretty cool. If you have one of the options that lets this console fold all the way out into a workspace, this folds down, which makes room for that. And this is pretty cool, I will admit. It seems like something that could break in the future, but it does look good. The Lariat, you can also get the column shifter on the side if you do not want this, but if you go up all the way up to the highest equipment level, you will get this, not the column shifter. Now the digital gauge cluster, you have plenty of things to look at. You have your trip and fuel, your truck info, towing, navigation, phone, audio settings. Now, as for Sync 4 in the center, they have made some changes to this, except the really only one I've noticed, other than that this multitasking screen on the right here does not go all the way up to the top. The one thing I've noticed is that now the climate controls don't have the little screen in the dials that show the temperature. Now it's in Sync 4 this time instead of being on the dial, which honestly I like because you don't have to look all the way down here to see what your temperature in the car is. You just have to look up onto the screen, and it takes less attention off the road. Now, this one came equipped with the lane centering and the adaptive cruise control. That's the way this F-150 is equipped. Not all of them are like that. Down here you have your drive modes, of course, which we've gone over in other F-150 videos. You have Sport, Eco, Tow and Haul, Normal, Slippery, Deep Snow and Sand, Mud and Ruts, and Rock Crawl. Now, you get the Rock Crawl mode with the FX4 off-road package. All right, now as for other connectivity, you have a 120 volt outlet right here and a 12 volt socket here as well. Storage, Of course, you have this. This is typical on F-150s. Now, one thing I was told when I watched other videos about the 2022 is they removed the glove box lighting. I'm assuming that has something to do with the chip shortage. I wouldn't know what else it's for. It's such an insignificant little detail. Now, of course, the center console is really big in the F-150, and you have this little tray you can put in there as well if you want to have a little more storage management. Now, you also have your rear locking differential button down here, your trailer brake right there. But yeah, and if you care about seeing your cameras when you're parking, you just press this button here. This one has the 360-degree camera and the backup camera, and you can even have the front camera as well, 180 degrees. This is your trailer hitch camera, and of course, your normal backup camera. And then back to our normal view right here. Now, also in Sync 4, we can see some more of the features of the F-150. Right here, you have your driver assist features, which you have plenty of them. You have your auto hold, if just in case you're interested in that. That's how you turn that on and off. Adaptive cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keeping assist, all your cameras, your parking sensors, your reverse brake alert, cross traffic alert, things like that. Zone lighting. Zone lighting lets you individually light up individual parts of the truck. If you are in a dark environment and need to only light up one section, you can do that using zone lighting right there. And of course, you also have all your towing features, and of course your owner's manual right there as well, just in case you're interested in fixing something on your F-150 or you're just curious about reading through it and everything like that. And of course, Sync 4 also has wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto as well, which is really nice. And then built-in navigation, which the navigation is actually pretty snappy. And unlike Apple CarPlay, where I've noticed you have to hit a button to zoom out, you can just pinch to zoom, move around. This is pretty nice. I would still rather use Apple Maps, but this navigation system is not bad at all. So front seats of the F-150 are a really nice place to be. As always, if you care about adjusting the pedals down below, you have a switch down here that allows you to do that, move them backwards or forwards, which is really nice. Your parking brakes down here as well. But yes, that is basically the front seats of this vehicle. This one, of course, also has the twin panel moonroof, if you're interested in opening that and seeing the sky. Back seats, this one also has heated rear seats as well, and you also have climate vents back here and a 12-volt socket. Now, the seats are really comfortable. Again, they are leather trim. This is the Baja colored interior, and I like it. It's not particularly what I would get, but it gives it a little more uniqueness than just being plain old black. All right, and now as for the engine, this one came equipped with the 3.5 liter Ecoboost V6, which is a really nice engine. I actually really enjoy driving trucks with this engine. It's snappy. It makes 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, and this one, of course, has the 10-speed automatic transmission. Absolutely love this engine. All right, now we can drive the F-150. I've always really liked this engine, the F-150. I think it's great. It does what it's supposed to. It makes a whole lot of power, which is really nice. It makes this big, heavy truck feel small and feel like it actually has some punch and can get around. Now, in the gauge cluster, you can see it also shows the speed limit, and you can also see that I'm going 5 over. So yeah, that's really nice to be able to see your speed limit and everything like that. Now, on the 2022s, when you're able to build them on Ford, which that's the interesting fact, is you can't even build these on Ford.com yet. They haven't been added to the build portion of the website, but they delivered them, so that's a little weird. You can't even build one yet, but you can definitely order them. You will be able to get Ford's Blue Cruise system on the 2022 F-150s, which tracks your eye movement to make sure your eyes are on the road. That way you can take your hands off the steering wheel instead of having them on there, which is a nice feature. It kind of takes after, and sounds like, Cadillac's Super Cruise system, but Blue Cruise, I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of lawsuit going on with that. I will admit, sometimes the F-150 can be a little harsh over bumps, but for most of the time, it's a pretty boaty feeling ride, and it's pretty soft over most bumps. Now, like I said, 3.5 liter Ecoboost. it gets up and moves pretty quickly without a problem at all. And that's something I really enjoy about driving these, is I don't feel like I'm driving something that's sluggish, unless you get the 2.7, which kind of craps out above 60 miles an hour. You get a good initial oomph, but you do not get that up top power like you do in the 3.5. As for gas mileage in the F-150, you get 19 in the city, 23 on the highway, and 17 miles per gallon combined. And right now, I am getting 11.4 miles per gallon. Granted, this truck doesn't even have 100 miles on it yet. So, you know, it's new. It's gonna take some time for that true average gas mileage to get in there. But right now, 11.4, which is roughly 6 miles per gallon less than it is quoted by the EPA. The steering is good as well. You get a surprising good amount of a turn radius out of this thing, and I've noticed that. It's just, for a big truck like this, turning radius is still pretty good, which I really like. It makes this truck pretty relaxing to drive, and you don't feel like you have to be like fully engaged in the driving experience. If you just want to go for a cruise, or you're just on a road trip or something like that, one hand on the steering wheel and you know, listening to music, this isn't going to be that tough to drive. You will definitely not be exhausting your energy driving this big truck. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to come of the F-150. I know with all the new things that Ford's introducing, especially Blue Cruise, I cannot wait to try that feature out in the F-150. It's going to be such an interesting feature, and it's going to be such an interesting change to the Ford lineup, because a lot of Ford's cars are getting this F-150's Mach-E's Expedition, and then I believe Lincoln is getting some form of it in the Navigator, which I would love to see as well, because the Navigators, they're updating in 2022 along with the Expeditions to compete with the Escalade. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. I know the last Navigator came out of the water, and personally I thought it looked better than the Escalade of last generation, but now the Escalade's kind of killing the Lincoln Navigator, so I can't wait to see what the Lincoln Navigator is like in 2022, along with the Expedition. Can't wait for the Expedition either, just to see what's going on with that, especially with the massive Mach-E screen in the center of the Expedition, and then the F-150's digital gauge cluster in the Expedition. Those will be very, very nice to see in those vehicles. But yeah, 2022 F-150, not much has changed. It's still the same F-150 everybody likes, which is a good thing. I don't think much needed to be changed. I thought 2021 was a massive improvement over the previous 13th generation F-150. I thought it was a really, really good improvement, and they didn't need to change much. They just changed some things that apparently people were annoyed with, or focus groups had problems with. I don't think the glove box light was necessary. I could have sworn you could have got the step on the tailgate before without getting the bed utility package. It kind of seems like they monetized the fact that you could get the bed step. Of course, that's standard if you go above the Lariat trim level. With the changes Ford has made with the F-150 for 2022, there are also 4 new black accent packages based on what trim level you get. There's an XL black accent package, an XLT black accent package, a Lariat black accent package, and a Platinum black accent package that you'll be able to get. Now, sadly, of course, Ford is not letting you customize 2022 F-150s on their website yet, which makes no sense to me. Why not? Don't get it. You release the truck before you release the ability for people to order and, you know, build the truck. You can order them, you can't build them, which is kind of annoying. I mean, half the cars on Ford's website are still 2021, and I don't understand. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the 2022 F-150, let us know in the comments down below. And if you hate it, let us know in the comments down below. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to see more from us, make sure you subscribe to see more content like this. Drag races, car reviews, tons and tons of content for you to take a look at. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you all in the next video.